Hey everybody, welcome back. Grab your craft, grab something nice and cozy to drink, and let's unwind together. So it's already 3:30 and I just got home. We're gonna try and wrap this up quickly because it's already getting dark. I have a beautiful tree, a new background because it's with the lighting not working in the other direction against the window. So we're just gonna hang out here on the couch today. I'm drinking a matcha latte, which I made myself, which is very delicious. Like a little bit of vanilla bean paste in there, makes it really good. So thank you all for returning. This is the third podcast episode. Now to start with what I'm wearing, this is the Tuku sweater by the Petiteknit. Although I believe she changed her name officially. It's like Saki Nitko. I'll put the name on the screen. I can't remember what she changed it to. This was my Christmas project last year. And I knit it, well, pretty much the pattern except this last row I added. I think I was off gauge. It was running a little small with the yoke. And instead of just adding more with the regular burgundy color, I added some pattern. This is knit on Hillesvåg. Oh, and I can't remember the name. I think it was Vilje. And it's a fingering weight yarn. This project was on 3.5 millimeter needles. And I think the yoke was 4 millimeter needles, I believe. And I really do love the tension. Like I love 3.5 millimeters for the sweater. I think it's just really nice, like a nice small gauge project. It did take a while, but that's fine. And I really like the finished object. What I really like about this sweater is I think the start of round is quite hidden with the pattern, like you can't really notice it. It's also on the back shoulder, so it is like not directly in the center, but I think generally, like anyways, you can't really see the beginning of round, which is always a thing with like color work yokes. So I think that's really good. The only thing is there's no short row shaping, which if I was to do this again, I would add short row shaping just to make it fit a bit better. Like this always kind of bunches in the front and it's not uncomfortable, like especially if you have like a softer yarn, but it's just there. And I think I wouldn't mind having a bit of shaping in the back. Yeah. What was actually really nice is with this yarn I had leftovers, which I made some mittens out of, which actually they're right here. So I'll show you. I made these mittens with the leftovers. So I have matching Christmas jumper and mittens. Oh, and I really, really love this yarn. Like it's not too rustic. Like it's still rustic enough that it's good for color work, but it's not scratchy at all. I don't think it's scratchy. So next, let's talk about finished objects. I have a sewing finished object and I have a knitting finished object. I'm actually going to start with the sewn finished object. So I was in a test sew. I did the test sew for the, I need to look, the Quilted Star Bag by Mipi, the label. She's a knitwear, primarily knitwear designer from the Netherlands, but she also does some sewing. And this was the bag I made. It's a project bag. This is the biggest size. And I really had fun making this. I did it all with like scrap materials. And yeah, this was my first like quilted pattern or quilted motif pattern. And I think it turned out quite well. And it also has some wadding in just to make it a bit steadier. And there's some internal pockets. I didn't do like the zipper pocket or anything, like I didn't have the materials to do that. So I just kind of did what I could. and I really like it. Very practical. So this pattern is out, and I would recommend checking out some of the other projects that people have made with this pattern. And now with the pattern that she's released, there's like so many extra little add-ons. Like she has, I think she has a mod where you can add like little ruffles around the top, or like lots of different like combinations, like endless combinations. There's 2 different ones, like this one has a round bottom, and there's other ones that are like just square, like rectangular bottoms. And yeah, there's just like so many possibilities and like combinations that you can do. So if you like knitting and you want a project bag, or you want to try sewing something for your knitting, then I would recommend. And in here I also have my knitting finished object, which is the Poet Scarf from Sari Nordlund. And it doesn't look super flat and freshly blocked, because it isn't. I actually wear it a lot. I wear it quite often when it's really cold biking to work. And I knit this like with the size of the needle and everything. I knit this to pattern, but I added 1 pattern repeat in the middle panel here just to add some length. And I got to the halfway point, and then I saw like, okay, well, I actually have more than half of yarn left available, so then I wanted to add on as much length as I could. So I did that, and this is how it looks, if you can see it, hopefully. And I did talk about this project in my last video. It was almost done. I just had like this much left to do in the last video. And I talked about the yarn also. It is the Farmer from the Gathering Yarn Company. It's an Albertan yarn dyeing company. The wool is not from Alberta, but it is dyed in Alberta. And I believe this was the color Mixed Berries, and it's just really nice, like a really nice deep purple. As you can tell, I like this color. So I think that's all I have to say about this, because I talked about it a lot in my last video. So if you're interested, you can go look at the last video, because I was basically done. But I do really like the extra length, because I feel like with this length, I can actually tie it. Like I can't imagine being able to like really tie it in a way that I like if it was any shorter. Like this is, for me, like the minimum if I want a scarf. So then next, I'll share with you guys some of the things I started in my last video. And first I'll start with my socks, which have been on hold basically since my last video. I did 1 round of the motifs and then I put it on hold because I was working on so many other things. I've had a cast on fever. So these are the Herding Cows socks from Stone Knits, and they're so adorable. Look at them. I think they're so cute, and I'm really, really pleased with my tension on this. This is my first time doing colorwork socks, and these have a lot of colors. Like you would assume not many, but there's 4 strands. Well, I guess there's only sometimes you're knitting 3 strands, but on such tiny needles, it seems like a lot. So I've talked about the yarn before. Most of it is Drops Fable. This is the Drops Fable in the brown. The white is actually a different yarn. I'll have it down below because I don't think I have the tag anymore. And then the green is, I've talked about this also before. This is from Waldwolle. And there's no like color name or anything. It's just kind of a one-off. And it's really nice and looks like grassy meadows. So I'm not going to be picking this up until after Christmas probably, but I like it so far. So I will be picking it up. I just have other priorities. Yeah. So next, let's show you something new that I'm working on. And something that is also on hold until after Christmas. So a little bit of backstory. My sister-in-law is expecting her first baby in February, and it's also the first baby of the family. Between me and my siblings, nobody has any kids, and in my husband's family, nobody has any kids. So this is like this is the first baby, and we're all really excited about it. And I have all of this cotton yarn left over. I think when I first got into knitting, or maybe it was like the first summer, then I thought, oh, I'm going to be doing a bunch of crochet. I'm going to be crocheting myself like a maxi length dress. And I never ended up doing that. And I realized that I don't really want or would wear a maxi length crochet dress other than as like a swim cover up. So I never really used this yarn, and I have so much of it. So I decided this would be perfect for a baby thing because it can go in the washer. And if they want to, they can put it in the dryer because it's just cotton. And so I'm making a blanket. This is it so far. I believe this is the Drops Loves You number 9, and I'm holding it double. And this is a 4mm needle, I believe. 4 or 3.5. I'm not following any pattern. It's just gonna be a rectangle. So I started here at the end. I think I cast on with 5 stitches maybe. And every other row I'm increasing, so it's like a raglan increase. And then I also wanted this little lace pattern with it. So I just honestly looked up on Pinterest lace knitting patterns, and it kind of showed, there were like lots of examples where it just showed the box pattern, not like written instructions, but like visual instructions on how to knit this. And it's just kind of yarn over, knit 2 together, then you purl back on the other row, knit 2 together. Wait, I gotta think about this. Knit 2 together, yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, slip, slip, knit, and then you just kind of do that. So it's like a little flower. And it's actually very, very easy just to make up this pattern by myself. I thought it was going to be more difficult. And to make it more rectangular, I think I'm soon, like I just started another lace row here. You can see it forming. When I'm halfway through this lace row, that I'm going to start decreasing on one end, and I'm going to continue increasing on the other end to start forming my rectangle. And then after a little bit, I'll decrease on both sides, and then it will kind of line back up on the other corner. But she's not due until February, so I have time, and I have other Christmas gifts that I need to work through, and Christmassy things. So this has just been sitting here on my couch for a while, but I should probably actually put it somewhere away so it's just not on my couch. Next, you guys saw this as a tiny little swatch last video, and I have made some really good progress on it. This is my Lakes V-neck pullover from Ozetta, and she's beautiful. I love this color. I got the V-neck done. I did that right away as soon as I could, and the bottom is done, cast off. And I just started one of the arms. So Christmas is 10 days away. I wouldn't mind, I would really like to finish this for Christmas, but realistically I might not be able to, and that's fine too. We'll see. I'm knitting it totally to pattern, although at the start I told you guys about my one swatch, how I knitted it in the large, and then I decided to actually knit the whole sweater in a medium. So actually when I picked up the stitches for the sleeve here, on either end, I just immediately did like knit two together, and you can't tell at all because this actually had 2 more stitches than the other shoulder. So I'm just making sure that both sleeves have the same amount of stitches, and then it should be just fine. I guess the only thing that I'm a little worried about, not really worried, but I might go back and change if I don't like it, how when it's blocked, is the V-neck. I feel like in the picture it looks way chunkier, like thicker here, and maybe it's just an optical illusion, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna wait and see how it looks when it's blocked, but I really like in the picture that it's just a thick ribbed V-neck, and this looks thinner than in the picture, so we'll see. Oh, the other thing that I knit not according to pattern with this is I actually downsized my needles. So she recommends 5.5 for the body, and then for the ribbing I believe a 4.5. I did 5 for the body, 4 for the ribbing. I just went ahead and from the start I did it on the 5mm because I didn't have a 5.5, and I thought a 6 would look way too open gauge, and I'm glad I went with a 5. It ended up being just fine for the gauge, and I'm glad I went right away with the 5 because it does match gauge, and I think it looks good. Like I'm holding 2 strands together, and they should bloom a bit or like open up a bit when I block it. But even then, like when I looked at the shoulder piece that I blocked, like it's not super tight gauge. So I'm glad I didn't go any bigger with the needles. Yeah, but that's it. I think so far it's turning out just fine. And then the yarn. This is what's left of my 3rd and 4th balls of yarn. I just have a little bit left, but you can also see the label now really good. I'm trying to flatten it out. There. I believe I tried to show this last time and you could not see it at all. So hopefully you can see it really good. This is Mule Spinner's yarn from Custom Woolen Mills, and this yarn is actually spun in Carstairs, Alberta. So this is right outside of Calgary apparently. I've never been to Carstairs, and they have this wool, but 100% natural wool grown and processed in Canada. So this was very special for me, getting some Canadian yarn when I was back visiting my family this summer, and I have such a beautiful pullover for it. And actually when I was at the store, because I bought this at Stash Yarn in Calgary in Inglewood, and I was looking at all the dark browns, and I told the ladies working in the store that I wanted to make this sweater, and I got such a good reaction from them. They were so excited. They were like, yeah, that's gonna look so good. And it does. So yeah, that's that. It's like a nice espresso bean dark chocolate, and I've really been into this color. I've wanted to make something out of this, and I'm really excited for it to be finished so I can wear it. And maybe I can wear it at Christmas. We'll see. So my last knitting project that I've been working on, and which I've been really hustling to get done, are the Christmas stockings from Petiteknit. This one actually has something in it. I'll show you that later. I was hiding it from my husband, and so I stuffed it in a sock. It's not done yet. I want to embroider our initials on it. So this one's gonna have a J, the other one's gonna have a T, and then you fold the collar down and sew it in like this. And then you're also supposed to add like a little strap. And we do have some leftover leather from some other project, and I'm just gonna like cut some strips of that and use that as a little strap hook thing. But I'm looking for some golden thread. When I ordered this yarn, they were out of it, the one that they sold, because I got this from Woolen. It's a drops marketplace, or like it's a website in Germany, and they just sell drops wool. But they have always been very reliable, so I like ordering from them. But I need to find some golden thread so I can make it like a really nice embroidered J here on the front. But let's talk about the yarn. Hopefully it's not too dark and you can still see me. This is Drops Alaska, which I felted, and I love this color so much. And wait, I think it's actually like the same color as my scarf. It's a little darker than the scarf. But like not by much. It's so similar. This yarn is actually so soft. I have some here unfelted. This is a gorgeous wool. Like it's non-superwash, it's just wool. And this color, this is a new color that dropped in the fall time, or maybe late summer. It's called Dark Grape, and I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. It's such a nice color, and this is like really nice wool. It's very soft. Originally, this pattern uses Sannisgarn Freaktis, but that's like €6 a ball, and this is €1.50. This was on sale. I think even not on sale, it's less than €2. And so I thought for this project, I'm just gonna get the cheaper wool, but I really like this wool actually. I would love to have a sweater in this. This is the second one. I just finished the heel, and I just got to do some for the foot and then the toe, and then this one can also be felted, and then I'm gonna be done with my Christmas stockings, at least the knitting part. I need to do embroidery still. I'm knitting this on 6mm needles, and I'm not actually quite sure what the pattern recommends. Oh, okay, so they use 5.5mm needles. I used 6, which I guess it does look a little bit bigger than the picture, but I don't mind. I like a good stocking. And then this is so far with felting. This is so far without felting. So it has shrunk like a good 8 centimeters, like from the leg part. Yeah, and I just put it on 30 degrees, no, 40 degrees. It says in the pattern, like when you buy the pattern, like at what temperature to wash it. I think it was 40 degrees. It doesn't say how long to do it though in the pattern. It just says that if it's not enough, then just do it on another cycle. But I just did like a quick wash, like 30 minutes at 40 degrees, and this was the result, and I thought, okay, I'm fine with this. So I left it at that. But when I'm actually done with them, then I'll take a picture of like felted and unfelted beside each other. I do have a picture actually that I'll put up because when I finished the first one, it was just so comically large that I put it on my foot as a sock, and it was like a pant leg. It was so huge. Yeah. But the sun's almost going. Well, there's no sun, but the light is almost gone, so I'll continue. Inside here, I actually have something interesting that we found at the Christmas market yesterday. We were at the Hillesvåg Christmas market, and there was a stand selling really nice socks, like alpaca and wool, and my husband actually really wanted these Angora socks. Like, they're like the fluffy bunny socks. And I was actually pretty surprised because these are 50% wool, 35% Angora, 50% polyacryl, 5% elastane. Like, that's pretty good. And these socks was, I mean, it's a set of 2 for 20 euros. And I thought, like, heck, that's for like Angora, for 35% Angora, that's not that bad. Like, even if you were to buy wool, it would cost you more than that, maybe. So, just an interesting sock find. But I did see a pair of really like large gauge alpaca socks. And I think I would like to make some for myself as like a little nice around the house socks. I think for large gauge, like I wouldn't really enjoy wearing them in shoes that much, but I think around the house they'd be nice. We'll see. But these my husband really wanted, so I told him to like meet me at a different spot at the Christmas market, and then I bought them and stuffed them here in his stocking. So now I have some acquisitions. Part of the acquisitions were this wool for my stockings. I gotta run and go get the other things though. I'll be right back. Okay, it's really dark. I hope you can still see me. So here's my last ball of the Drops Alaska that I got. And the color is 78. But she's gorgeous. This is a nice wool. And then the last thing that I bought, because I was really overachieving, I bought a ton. I bought like 16 balls of Drops Nepal. This is the mixed color 0612, like a nice medium tone brown. And this is so soft. So Drops Nepal is a mix of, wool and alpaca. 65% wool, 35% alpaca. And I got this to make another zipper sweater for my father-in-law, because every year so far for Christmas, like the last 5 years, I have been making everybody from my in-laws family a sweater. Last year I made my brother-in-law a zipper sweater. All of the men get zipper sweaters because that's what they all want. And this year I'm finally gonna make him one because he's the last one and I haven't really knit anything for him yet. So that's on the list. Although I have 10 days until Christmas and I still have to finish my stockings, so that's probably not gonna happen. I might start it and then I'll just wrap up whatever I have and give it to him. But that's gonna be my next priority, is to get that gift knit done. As well as my own sweater, because I do just want to wear my own sweater. And I'm just so excited because I'm working next week, the full week, and then I'm working the 22nd and 23rd. And then I have 2.5 weeks off for Christmas. And I'm just so excited to have some time off and to go on walks during the daytime and to do some knitting and like do some house stuff. I'm just so looking forward to having some time off. Okay, I do still have some acquisitions though. I was talking to you guys last time about how I was debating how to make my Christmas tree skirt, and I decided that I wanted to sew a quilted Christmas tree skirt. So I bought some more crafting materials. I got this huge amount of wadding material, and this is the first time that I've actually gotten like my fabric packaged like this, like a big roll. I found the most gorgeous green velvet fabric. It's like olive pistachio green. Look at that. I'm just so in love. I really like it. And this is going to be my Christmas tree skirt, which is very exciting. And I also think that these, just like the jewel tones going on here, I think these look really good together. Lately, I've just been really into the deep earth tones. And then I also just got some plain dark brown poplin cotton fabric. And I got enough to just do like the bottom side of the tree skirt, and also extra to make myself a little dress or something for the springtime, because I just really love dark brown. And it's another dark chocolate espresso-y color, just like the wool. And that's it, I swear. So this week I am going to be finishing my stockings. Oh, finishing the one stocking, that's my first priority. And then I want to sew my tree skirt, which won't take that long. I don't have a pattern yet. I think I'm just gonna like make one for my head. Yeah. And then hopefully that all works out. And because the fabric is 1.40 meters wide, so in my head I was thinking 1.40 meters wide. Okay, so then I'll just buy like a square, like I'll buy like 1.5 meters, and then that's good for like the whole front side. And then I'll kind of fold it into fold it into quarters, and then just cut a round edge on the one side. Or I could do like a wavy edge, which would also be really cute. Kind of like the Sydney Graham pattern. The only thing is I don't want to buy like a $20 tree skirt pattern just to know like where to cut the waves on the edge. So I think I'm just gonna do the math myself, and maybe even do like a little tester. Yeah, that shouldn't take too long. And then I can start with other things. So thank you all for watching. It's been a bit of a chaotic episode because I'm kind of racing against the light. So if you made it this far, then let me know if I should make my tree skirt like straight, just round on the edges, or with like kind of ruffles, waves along the edges, or any other ideas that you guys have. And also, like when I do the quilted part, should I just do from the center going outwards, or any other design? I mean, obviously just doing straight lines would be better. I don't have a quilting sewing machine, I just have a normal sewing machine. So anyways, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!